Hello and welcome to this quick tutorial on how to easily play the whole tone scale everywhere on the fretboard using an amazing fretboard organization system called SFS, or the String Fragment System. For most guitar players, just memorizing fingering patterns is not only hard, but it's also extremely boring. It can be fun in the beginning when you're just learning your first few scale shapes, but as you realize how much memorization is required to cover all the scales you want to learn in every possible position, it can be overwhelming. That's why many players compromise and end up limiting their options to just a few areas on the fretboard. SFS is an excellent solution to this problem. It's an approach that promotes understanding instead of memorization. I have been teaching it since 2010 with great results. My students literally learn a new scale in every possible position within minutes. Instead of memorizing full position fingering shapes, with SFS we break down a scale into small string fragments which we can map in any area of the fretboard using a few simple skills. We don't need to go into detail with this right now because when it comes to symmetric scales like the half-whole diminished scale or the whole tone scale, SFS becomes even simpler due to the symmetric nature of the scales. You will understand what I mean as I walk you through constructing the whole tone scale in the key of A. Put your first finger on fret 5, string 6. That's an A, so it's one of the root notes for our scale. Those of you that studied SFS with me before know that SFS location is based on root notes, so make a mental note of this A. Now, play this note and then the one a whole step up from it. This is SF1, our first string fragment. To play SF2 on the next string, move a fret back and play 2 notes to form another whole step. Here are the 2 string fragments combined. Repeat the same process on the next string to play SF3. We have just completed 1 octave of the scale because the whole tone scale is made of just 6 notes. Now when you keep moving 1 fret back, the scale starts again, and you can repeat the same process on the next 3 strings, because SFS is a cycle. In other words, the system restarts after the last string fragment. So you can apply this to any number of strings, including 7 or 8 string guitar, 5 string bass, and so on. The only catch is the notorious SFS shift. If you're already familiar with SFS, this is old news, but if you're new to this, just make sure that when you cross from string 3 to string 2, you move up 1 fret from where you would normally go. So with this particular whole tone scale, you end up staying in the same fret. This shift in the system is caused by a discrepancy in the standard tuning of the guitar. And as you practice SFS, it kind of becomes second nature to shift 1 fret up. So when you use SFS to learn more and more scales, it's really a non-issue because you already have the skill on autopilot. Now that you learned how to instantly construct this, you can go to any A on the fretboard and repeat the process ascending and descending. You can also place either the first or the third finger on the A to build the scale. You always end up with the same shape, just in different positions, as long as you make sure that the SFS includes an A. Here's an example using the A on string 4, fret 7, and I'm going to use my third finger. That's it. You can just slide 2 frets up or down to the adjacent position, or jump to any A and build the system there. In just a few minutes, you have learned a way to construct fingerings that cover the whole fretboard without any memorization. Below you can find a link to a backing track to practice improvising with this. Of course, there's a lot more to whole tone scales, and you can actually use a couple of different SFS configurations, including 3 notes per string and so on, to construct any whole tone fingering you have ever seen, and all without memorization. I'm in the process of designing a free SFS whole tone mini course where we go into much more details about this, as well as going into the creative improvisation side of things and discussion on where to use this scale. By the time you watch this, it may already be out, so you'll probably find a link below to sign up for it. If you have already subscribed to my mailing list, you will be notified when it's available. Alright, this is Prokopis from EffectiveMusicPractice.com. Thanks for watching. Please support my work by subscribing and have fun practicing this.